As you approached, you would have noticed probably right out the gate that the water levels were slightly higher than they were in the past. The bridge is fixed. The ship moved further um, down the river on the other side of the bridge to the west.
Oh, we forgot to mention that they had a meetup with some sort of Kraken Society women or something.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't here for that.
So your group back from the Kraken Society on the ship is Kali, Leo Beniz, Nakiasha Ravayadark, and Aylmer and Varus, which are 3 of the 10. One being an aquatic elf, one being a high elf, and the other rock elf.
How the hell do you plan on coming up with names like that if you're not going to smoke anymore?
Because here. Aw. Damn it. I can't even. Here, I'll just share these.
Who was the second person? I got everybody else.
I'm going to share
Between-
all their names, and then I'll tell
between-
you who's there.
Kali and Neobani.
Here's a list of their names, their races, the type of race they are, and their age. All of them are either elves or half elves, and there's currently 3 of them on the ship. You would hear hammering, someone working on the ship, working on the mast, and you had met up with Callie. She's kind of like the representative leader when you're gone.
They're all on our ship?
Yes, 3 of them are. There's 10 of them total, but there's currently 3 on your guys' ship.
And Callie's in charge?
Of the group while Calamcy's gone, yes.
Okay.
And then we had that conversation last night. Remember that? Or last time we were here? Kind of met up with them and talked to them and shit.
Yes, I do now.
I'm thinking a really funny thought, but I wonder if that one guy is like kind of effeminate or.
Oh, did we decide about the stuff that we were taking from the shopkeeper? Did we get all that sorted out?
No.
Nope.
Did Celatami get anything?
So you guys haven't sat down and gone through any of that. It was just kind of about a game you guys talking about. So if you guys aren't going to do anything else for the ship, Bezoit and Calamity? Yes, no?
Mm-mm.
I'm good. I'm just gonna to see what they've done so far, just checking it out.
Okay. So, Emus, on your...
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, they pushed it forward. I'm going to give you a little bit more because I think he'd be excited to tell you. When you guys showed up to the ship last night, you would have seen Mr. Caldwell working on the mast, repairing some of the damages that were done, reinforcing it. A lot of the work has already been done and upgraded. He's been working on it the entire time.
Ooh,
With some
look
help.
at it.
With some help from your guys. These are them.
I don't see anybody on my screen.
Really?
Yeah, you haven't put me on the screen yet.
If for some reason I don't have a character on the board. There we go.
Ah. Now, with the aid of our player's vision, we can see people.
This is the leader.
Okay.
This is the aquatic elf. The aquatic elf has been slowly every day using a conjuration of water cantrip to fill the river to try to flood it since he's arrived, to try to give the ship a little bit more lift to move. He seems to have the idea that if he floods it enough that he'll be able to get the ship moving further down the river and then eventually into a larger body of water that the river is a tributary for.
Hmm.
All right. Emus,
Sure.
on your trip out,
Mhm.
you probably 18 miles you wouldn't have got there. You wouldn't have heard any sounds of any orcs or any war, any Nothing that was like what was going on back in Shadowdale. At least 18 miles out from where you can hear that far, nothing. Zero things.
All right, Bubba. Okay.
All right. So everyone goes to bed, right?
Except Demas,
Yeah,
he does
is
not
there
sleep.
anybody on the boat to keep watch?
Emus, if you're gonna pull an all-nighter, it will generate 1 point of exhaustion, just so you know.
Okie dokie.
Is there anyone keeping watch on the ship, you said?
Yeah. Is there anybody keeping watch?
Yeah, so Mr. Caldwell would have headed home late into the night. And it seems like the Clouder are taking shifts pulling security on the ship. The relic is still there. It seems like the ship is in pretty good condition. It doesn't seem like it's been attacked or hampered with. Emus, when you arrive in the morning back to town, you would see it seems like the fences are ramped up, like the guards are on high alert on every entrance to the town. There's guards stationed up, and they are awaiting.
So as I come up to the gate, I'm gonna, be tired and obviously pull the all-nighter. I'm gonna have like leaves and twigs stuck to me and stuff, and it's gonna kind of walk up. So I made it about you said 18 miles, right?
Correct.
Made it about 18 miles. I didn't spot anything.
The soldier who's on guard here gives you a nod. Says, "All right, why don't you go get some rest? You look like you had a long night."
I
Those
could do something to eat.
those Shadowdalians you saved, they're over at the inn. That's where they're keeping them now. If you're wanting to check in on them.
I might give him a courteous nod and then move into the town. Walk in on it.
Okay, waking up in the morning, Clamsy Bezoit. Early in the morning, Mr. Caldwell's already back at the ship. You guys wake up to the sound of hammering. What are you guys doing?
Probably ask about basically a report of what exactly has been going on, if they've noticed like a pattern of anything coming out and checking the ship.
They report back to you that Callie specifically that they haven't seen any weird instances around the ship or anything, but that some of their Kraken society, not liaisons, what are they called? Like informants, people that they use and stuff, seem to be kind of ignoring the request for information. She's kind of worried that they've been excommunicated due to the investigation.
Mm. Okay.
And she's going to ask you, so what's the plan? What are we doing?
Crap, I was muted. First thing I want to do is go down to the kitchen, try to find some food, get some food in my belly, and then I want to go down to the storage chest that we have and start unloading some of the stuff that I have acquired.
Okay, what all are you dumping off there?
I'm going to send you a list because I'm not sure right yet, but I will send you a list, okay?
Okay. When you get into the kitchen to eat, you find that it's very well stocked. Everything's been replenished. It seems like the food stores and everything have been plumb fooled. That the Kraken Society people of Clamseas have kind of been prepping the ship ready to go whenever their captain arrives, kind of deal.
All right, and when I'm done with all of this, I want to go see if they need any help completing anything or finishing anything up or checking out all the new stuff that they've added to our ship.
You approach Mr. Caldwell, who's hammering, and he looks over at you. He says, good morning. And I'm assuming you're going to ask him all the stuff you just said me. And he's going to inform you
Yes.
that everything's actually looking pretty good. We got the shipment of lightwood in, and I think now it just needs your guys' arcane touch, he says as he keeps hammering away. That is if you want to get her flying, like you were saying.
Well, I know I do, and I'm pretty sure my captain does as well.
Who's going to be coming to facilitate that? Do you know?
Well, who's got the most Arcania in our group? Is it Tammy?
Sure.
I'm asking, does anybody
Well,
have?
probably between Tammy and now Mariah.
Oh yeah, nice.
If you're asking Mr. Caldwell, he doesn't know.
No, I was thinking to myself, but wanting to know for my crew. So what do you need from us, sir? You need us to go find somebody with some Arcania knowledge to assist you in the flying situation?
Yeah, I'll see if I can assist them the best I can, but I don't have any expertise in that department. Other than that, it seems
Okay.
like my work here is pretty much done. As soon as this mass is done, everything else is to your specifications.
You've done a great job. Is there any more money that you guys needed, or are you guys good there?
He laughs. No, no, no. Just tell that ranger friend of yours to keep his hands off my daughter and we'll be good.
I'm not
I
even there to
chuckle.
defend myself.
I simply chuckle and I say, "Will do, will do." I'm gonna say into the hood, Tammy, do you have the hood on?
And there is no response.
Upon hearing that, I'm gonna go find Cal and ask Cal if she minds if I go find Tammy and who else did you say?
Mariah.
Mariah. To see if they can assist. So I find Mrs. Cal and I'm just gonna say, hey Cal, I'm gonna head back to town and see if I can't find Tammy and Mariah, get them to come back here and help with this flying apparatus. Is that good for you?
That's good.
All right, and I'm gonna head on out.
Hey, Boogie, what are you up to?
Yeah, I guess you stayed in the tavern all night, didn't you?
Not too late. I was just there for a nice meal and a couple drinks, and then I was just went to bed.
Where
So
would you have slept last night? Would you think you would have gone to the inn or found one of the kind of rundown buildings outside of town or slept with someone else?
maybe the inn. I'd ask John for a recommendation, but
He'd tell you that they have about half the people that you guys brought are at the inn, but there's not enough room for the rest, so the rest are down in the old decommissioned mine that's no longer kind of set up down there.
huh? I wonder if I could help people out there.
And by the way he was describing it, it sounds like the more fair people, like the elderly and the kids, are the ones that had preference for the inn. Then the rest are down in the mine system.
Right.
Are the houses not empty?
A lot of the houses are empty, yeah, but private property. I mean, you're welcome to convince John to.
I mean, private property, they're dead.
Well, they're owned by the town right now, wouldn't they? If like that's how that would work.
You guys want to convince John of that, yeah. But as it currently sits, they're in the inn and down in the mine shaft. These are
sure they
private
would-
property. The moral savants. This is not right. Hammer, sickle, pull out.
I'm sure they'd appreciate being able to sleep in all these empty houses.
Are you wanting to try to convince John of that?
I guess I don't feel too strongly about it, but I would still say that.
He nods and kind of mulls over what you're saying. He's like, um, yeah, well, the main worry is if relatives come to claim the property. I didn't want there to be any issues there, but if we end up progressing into the colder months, I think I'll make the decision to do that then.
Okay. Do we have sheets or bedding for everybody down in the mines?
He nods and says, yeah, the Sleepy Inn owner, he was pretty accommodating. Costs a little bit of coin, but it's nothing we can't handle.
Okay. Maybe I'll sleep over there with all of those guys.
So that would be over, just so you know. It's not the mine system that like way far out, way back then when like a bunch of people died and shit, but it's this little mine entrance here where there's a cave in it. It's kind of just a door with an old rail system that runs into kind of this collapsed rock. And it's just this big, almost like a cave at this point. It's not really like it's not connected to the main body of the mine. But you would arise, everyone kind of waking up in the morning. Bezoit, Calamacy, are you also on your way back to Shadowdown or to Rivington?
Yeah, because I gotta figure out what we're doing. I didn't have an answer for Callie.
Yeah, her full name is Callie Leobanese. She's the high elf, 102 years old. Ancient compared to you. All right, Emus is back in town. Boogie's waking up down there. You guys are coming back in town. Where's everyone gonna kind of meet together?
Oh, I'm headed to somewhere to get something to eat. So, the tavern.
Back to
Yeah.
the tavern.
I want to try
That's
to
where
find
adventurers
Tammy
belong.
because what's it called? Bezoid asked if Tammy was there. So
Tammy and Agatha would be walking over from the inn over to, that's where they were staying, over to the tavern in the morning, try to get some breakfast.
cool.
And where would I find Mariah?
Well, if you go to the tavern, he's also probably there. The only one missing is Celatami
I'd say into the
and
hood.
Tatsia.
Bezoid, I found Tammy.
And we got Bezoit. She's invisible. Emus, are you going to where are you going? Are you going to the inn?
Yeah. Yeah. The tavern. Yep. I'll probably be here before they arrive from the ship, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm already sitting at the table. Probably I've already ordered something warm to eat, hot to eat.
All right. What can I get you, fellas? As you all kind of stumble in, meeting Emus and John, who are having a nice little breakfast. And John seems like he's already got something alcoholic in his drink by the way it smells. There's a couple of villagers here that are also eating. Some of them are from Rivington, some of them are from Shadowdale.
When everyone walks in, Emus is going to be stretching. Oh, morning, guys. Oh, I went out last night to scout back behind us, make sure there was nothing following us, and I didn't come across anything.
You look tired.
Oh, I am tired.
I slept
John
fine in the mine. Not too
leans
bad.
forward and he's asking you guys, he says, so about that thing yesterday, about that pale fellow in town, is that something I need to be worried about?
Pale Philip.
Celatami.
Oh, right.
Oh, he was
I
black.
think that it's the son of the arch vampire.
Huh?
Boogie,
Yeah,
so
the vampire.
So
John looks
I
over
drew
at
a
you.
picture to John of the what's it called?
The vampire.
Of the leader of all the vampires, and he said that he doesn't look quite like that. Maybe that guy's son.
From back when we murked those two vampires.
Yeah.
I forgot that happened. Not that we murked the
Yeah.
vampires, that the
Yeah.
saw the pale fellow.
I don't know, John. The picture I drew was of a vampire, and I don't think that this guy is gonna target everybody here, but they might not like us.
Well, maybe let's keep this away from Captain Orcom at the time, because he seems a little stressed out and overwhelmed as it is. And Tammy kind of raises her hand, trying to like not interrupt or intrude.
Hey, Tammy. Bezoit was trying to reach you.
What's up, Tammy?
Wait, you're not there yet, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm in there.
She turns to Bezoit is there, so she turns to Bezoit and says, "Your teacher, does he normally have real bad nightmares and wake up with sweats and shaking and cold and stuff like that?"
No, not that I recall.
He seems very restless this morning and all last night as well. He's still over at the Sleepy Inn. I don't know.
I will for sure check on him. I appreciate that information.
She nods and kind of looks concerned, but waves to William. Can I get a cheese bowl or something, please? He laughs. You got it, little one.
Hey, Tammy, before I take off to go check on him, I just wanted to let you know I'm going to try to get a hold of Mariah as well. But they're looking for somebody over at the ship now for with Arcana knowledge to start getting that ship flying. I thought you might be interested in having your hand in that.
Yeah, I'd love to try. I've never done something like that before, but I'm always up to try something new. Mariah,
Well,
he's currently keeping an eye on Tatsuya, so kind of
okay.
works out.
That'll be perfect. I'll send Mariah over here to get something to eat
Is
before
Agatha
you guys
here?
head on over.
Agatha is here. She's currently kind of behind you, chilling by the
Oh.
fire.
I'm sure Agatha would be a big help in with getting the ship airborne.
She kind of puts up her hands defensively. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm more into like burning stuff, buddy. I mean, I can try, I guess.
Oh, maybe you've got some other capabilities that you're not aware of yet.
Her eyes get really wide as she starts thinking about, oh, I wonder if I can make some kind of weapon for the ship. And her and Tammy, without even eating, run out at the excitement of working on the ship. And like as they leave the door, he's coming back and he's like, all right. Does anyone want her bread bowl?
Emus is gonna raise his hand. Yeah, I'm still pretty peckish. Could use some more.
Yeah, no offense, buddy, but you look like you had a night. And he's gonna set it down in front of you.
Yeah, does
Alright.
anyone mind if I go have a lay down after breakfast here? Come get me if you need me.
Anyone? Boogie. Where's Calamity at?
She's
I would
at
have
the
been
ship.
making my way there.
If Bezoit's there, Calamity is too. I just guess I didn't put her in. So Calamity and Boogie are the only two that are currently there. And he's telling you guys he's gonna go catch some
Yeah.
Z's if you're cool with it.
But they have space in the inn now that it's day.
That's true. You can head over there and catch some Z's.
Alright, that sounds good. And Emus is gonna shove some more cheese and bread into his mouth. I guess I'll take a nap. See you guys later. I'm gonna head off to the inn.
John leans forward before you go with a kind of alcohol-y breath and says, besides, if vampires are after you, the daytime's the best time to sleep, huh? And he's kind of grinning like he doesn't really believe that the guy's a vampire, but he's just poking at you.
I'm gonna kind of narrow my eyes at him a little bit and then kind of ignore him. Yeah, sure, John. Wander off.
That's his problem, he says. And you walk out. All right, Bezoit, you heading over?
Yeah, I don't remember where the inn's at though.
It's very close by. I'm
I'm
gonna
in the
put
courtyard.
Emus, Bezoit. You guys walking, Bezoit just a little bit ahead of Emus, over to the inn. And down at this very last room down here, you can see Mariah pacing back and forth. A little concerned. Do I not have? Give me a second, guys. I need to go back to that map and make those people. Actually, just give me a second. I'll do it here. I don't have Mariah as a saved character.
You thought we wouldn't want him.
You guys adopt everyone.
We let
All
them.
right.
Yeah, our NPCs die frequently.
We got to catch them all.
All right, let me get. So
Is this the room that Tatiana's in sleeping?
this last one? Yeah. So Mariah's kind of pacing back and forth out the door, though. Are you just gonna walk past him and go in?
Oh no, I didn't see him.
So Mariah is here. You're yawning a lot.
Yeah, I feel very tired.
Mariah, what's going on?
He's bringing his hands together. Something's wrong with Tatsuya. He's very feverish and sweating quite badly. It's beyond my means, but I'm trying to make him comfortable.
What's beyond your means? What do you think's wrong with him?
I have no idea. It seems some kind of ailment I've never seen before. I don't know.
A curse?
He shakes his head. If it is, it's not one I've seen.
Hmm.
Gem tools.
And no healing potions are working.
He shakes his head. No, it seems less of a physical ailment and more one of. I don't know. No, they're not working.
What can I do for him?
If I knew the answer, I'd be doing it for you. Maybe your
Okay.
company will make him feel better?
I'm going to relieve you. I just got done telling Tammy that they're ready to start the flying apparatus on our ship, but they need somebody with some knowledge in Arcana. And I know that she was interested in getting that ship flying. She had a good portion to do with it in the planning stages. So if you want to run over to the tavern and get something to eat with her and then head over to the ship with her, I'll take over watching over Tatia for you.
Sure. Have you guys had a chance to follow the instructions on that paper I gave you?
I did not. I say now into the hood. Cal, did you follow the instructions on that paper that Mariah gave us?
I don't even remember getting a paper from Mariah.
Yeah, me
I don't
neither.
either. I was hoping you would. I'm gonna look at Mariah and say, I, uh, I don't recall getting a paper.
From the headmaster. He informed me that he gave you a sliver of his staff.
Mm.
Oh, yes. So I say
Mm.
into the hood, it was the sliver of the staff. We didn't do any of that yet, did we?
No.
I think perhaps that's detrimental to do in order for the healing. I don't know, but Mariah's asking us to do it.
Well, that has something to do with changing our mounts into something else. With the 4 feathers and the sliver of his staff.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look back at Mariah and say, doesn't that have to do with changing our mounts?
I believe so, yes. I haven't done it, but that's what the headmaster made it sound like, yeah.
Do you think that's imperative that we do now?
Not right now, no.
Okay. All
I
right.
was just curious. But anyway, I'll leave you with your headmaster, with your teacher, and I'll head down to the inn. Or to the tavern, excuse me.
Okay, thank you.
You hear in the room,
I enter.
And there is
Um,
Tatsuya on the bed, kind of in a cold sweat, still bandaged up. Looks like Mariah had put some like there's a bowl of like cool water and a rag on his forehead, a wet rag. There's some some flowers that are near him. Whether they're for medicinal purposes or just aromatic, it's hard to tell. But
I'm gonna dip the rag into some water and wring it out and gently touch his forehead and say, Tatia, it is I, Bezoit. What can I do to help you?
like you're touching like his skin with your hand.
No, I put the rag in the water and wrang it out,
Okay,
and
so
I'm
you're not like feeling for
touching.
a temperature or anything. Okay, okay.
No, you said he looks sweaty, right?
Yeah, he looks miserable.
Yeah. So I was just touching his head with the wet cloth, to cool him off.
And it seems to like relieve a little bit of his pain, but he's still letting out kind of like a.
Tatia, what can I do? What is this?
And he holds his hand, like his hands out stiff, even though he's like still bound up in these like stents and stuff. And he extends his fingers and he goes, "This." Trying to like reach for your hand.
As he does that, I reach over and I'm a little shocked at how warm he feels.
And the second you touch his skin,
You wanted me to touch him.
Sure.
your head lurches back and your eyes go white, and you see you're like on this like aerial view, almost as if you were like a flying creature in the sky. And below you, it looks like to your left, there's this massive like plume of smoke, and all these buildings are on fire, and it kind of looks like Shadowdale. And you see this plethora of bodies on the floor. There's tons and tons of orc bodies with these giants that were like flinging rocks. There's boulders everywhere, blood all over the grass. There's a bunch of centaurs and dead elves all over the ground. It's just this massive, like an army of centaurs and elves collided with a army of orcs, and it's just complete destruction. um, and in the distance, you can see these kind of dark figures um, beneath the smoke, and on the outside of town as you're kind of like flying around. It's not it's a dynamic vision. It's not static. And as the flying creature turns and looks, you can see this multicolored dragonborn favoring black. It's like a black dragonborn with this um, almost like a rainbow. Like his scales kind of change as they go down. Some are red, some are green, all different chromatic colors. Like he seems like a representation of all the chromatic dragons. And him and these people that are in this shrouded cloak appear to be um, outside of that temple of Mistra at the door, and they seem to be doing something on the outside and able to get in, but they are there. And then your vision comes back, and you see Tatsuya.
Are
Still
they
moaning
making
a
you
little.
ill? Teacher, what can I do for you? How do I help you get better?
And he weakly shakes his head. I don't know.
None of
This,
my magic will do.
this must be his doing. Sam Masters.
Mm.
Whatever magic he used on me. Ancient and powerful.
Mm.
Must stop them at any cost. Mistra, Bahamut, they must return. And he looks over at you, and his vision kind of clears. And he says, Zoid, at any cost, you willing to pay any price?
At any cost, teacher.
Fear you won't have the heart. And he like lurches forward in pain, like something's kind of upsetting his stomach really badly. And he passes out.
Hmm. I'm gonna say into the hood, as I'm dipping the rag into the water and refreshing the coolness of it to wipe my headmaster's temples, I'm going to say into the hood, Clemency, is it possible to have a meeting at the inn, Tatiana's room? And then before I even get an answer, I am going to take out my holy, my priest's pack, and I'm going to start to get ready to do a prayer. But not at the moment. I'm just getting everything situated.
Okay. The rest of the group, while you're at the inn, it'd be a couple minutes pass, and Mariah walks in and kind of gives you guys a weary smile, like he's kind of worried. Orders a simple soup and a drink. Sits at the table, kind of farther away from you guys, not really feeling like he has earned the right to sit at your guys' table.
Good, he hasn't. Okay.
Do I know what Sandmaster is?
Sandmaster is the actual
the-
identity of who you guys thought was Martriel Salvano.
Yeah, the one we killed in the base of the druid
So is
hideout.
it
No, not
Fey,
the-
elemental, celestial,
No,
fiend, aberration, undead?
Sandmaster is the guy. His spirit was attached to that amulet you guys found that like spewed all those snakes and stuff, and was the name that was written by Clamsy into the tablet. To
Oh,
destroy him.
right,
The
right,
guy
right,
that-
right.
Yeah, the
Yep.
guy that was at the tower and was like,
But he's
called down
dead now,
meteors and stuff.
correct?
Yeah, to the best of your guys' knowledge, for sure.
So I believe that he's undead.
You would believe that he's dead, I'd imagine. You saw like when Clamsy chiseled his name into the stone, his like visage came out of the stone, and then there was like that massive burst of energy that went up into the sky, and then the tablet broke.
Oh yeah, when she wrote it a second time
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the room with everybody.
I was trained how to hit shit with swords.
Yeah, to be fair, none of us knew it was gonna explode like a grenade.
To be fair.
When I see Mariah starting to make his way over to a different table, I'll be like, Mariah, if you don't sit with us, I'm gonna be upset.
Oh,
Yes, Your
Violently.
Majesty.
it's violently polite of you. Thank you.
Violently implied.
He comes and awkwardly sits down at your guys' table. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Have you been in contact with the headmaster? I'm curious how he's doing.
No, now that you mention it, I haven't. I've kind of been preoccupied throughout the night taking care of Tatsuya, but that reminds me, after I eat, I think I should send him a message. Is there anything you want me to relay to him?
I guess you could just let him know that we've evacuated the town here. And we're setting up some defenses, but
I
we'll
understand.
see how it goes.
John speaks up. That reminds me, Captain Orcus, whatever the fuck his name is, he says. I don't like that prick, and he takes a swig. He says there's men en route from Orlin to help reinforce the countryside.
Maybe they can redirect him back to Shadowdale to retake Shadowdale instead.
I suppose I'll have another conversation with the captain. William, can I get 2 drinks to go, please? William shakes his head in disbelief. You got it, Mayor. He's gonna go get him 2 mugs, which John grabs. Well, enjoy your guys' breakfast and watch your necks. And he gives you a wink.
That guy.
And you see these people over at this table kind of quietly talking to themselves, and they occasionally look over at your guys' table and then back to each other, whispering. What are you guys doing?
We haven't
Emus is
gotten a
taking
message from.
a. Oh, just to clarify, I plan on taking a short rest.
Okay. Which room would you be wanting to hang out in? Are you going to go into the one where Tatsuya is, and there's an extra bed in there?
No, I'd probably want my own room if there is one available.
Okay. After a couple minutes, it seems like most of the doors are locked. And Mr. Krevnar, the owner of the inn, comes out and greets you. Good morning.
Oh, morning, sir. Just here looking for a room for a short while, and need to take a nap.
Absolutely. Day prices are half off. Is it just one room? Will it be just you?
Just me, yes.
Very well. It's going to be a couple minutes. I have a family that's getting ready to leave down the hall. Mind waiting.
All right. And does he have like a little sitting area here, or?
There's in his office. Yeah, there's a table and stuff in here to sit.
Emus Emus is just gonna go ahead and sit down on the steps here.
Okay.
And probably fall asleep before he can get back.
Okay. So about 10, 15 minutes later, you wake up to the merchant, the smell of tobacco and a pipe he's smoking, and he's kind of shaking your shoulder, and you see a family walking down with two kids down the steps, and out towards the common or the what's the word? The town square. So the room is ready for you now.
Good, thank you. Oh, hmm.
Yes, you do have just a bit of drool there.
Pay me no mind.
As long as you pay me, I won't.
I'm gonna chuckle and I'm gonna hand him. What did he ask for? How much?
So it's half off, so it's gonna be 2 silver for the day.
All right, I hand him 2 silver.
Thank you, sir. Enjoy your nap. You have the room for 4 hours.
Uh, Thanks.
Shuts the door. You can hear some fluty music coming from that room. And you're gonna go to your room, I take it?
Yep. Go to my room. Take a short rest.
By short rest, do you mean like 4 hour? Do you get any perks for like a short rest?
No, I'm taking the normal short rest.
Okay. All right. Bazoit, is there anything else you're doing here with Tatsuya?
Yes. So as I took out my priest pack, I began to do protection from good and evil in an attempt to ward off whatever this is. So I prepare it. It's 10 minutes to take me to prepare it, and it uses my holy water. And I go over and I touch Tatia as I pray this protection from evil and good, and any aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead. It protects them from any of that.
So as you cast this ritualistic spell over him, it doesn't seem to cure him or anything, but it does seem to level out his breathing, and he begins kind of to fall into a more peaceful slumber than he was, instead of the fitful night terrors that he was having.
I breathe a small sigh of relief as I wring out the cloth again and gently pat his forehead. And I say into the hood again, Cal?
And in response to that, you hear as a breeze comes through the window, it almost sounds like the breeze itself speaking to you that says, "So
I turn my head. And see, Father?
and this kind of feminine voice says to you, "You must harden your heart for me.
Why?
The world is at stake." Then in another gust, it sounds like just wind.
I put my hands in my head as I'm shaking my head and begin to pray. to Bahamut.
I need you to make a religion check for me.
That one.
Oh boy.
So as you close your eyes to pray to Bahamut, as you're
I'm really sick of that ones, man.
sitting there kind of like imagining your God and thinking about him as you pray to him, but you seem distracted and you keep finding your mind drifting to this almost like dreamlike state where there's this, it's like this big open, it's nothing you've ever seen before, but like for some reason your mind keeps shifting over to this area and you see what appears to be like these 4 different colored eggs, like these massive like crystallized eggs thing that look very similar to the 2 relics that you guys already have, but there's 4 of them. And you see them like kind of glowing and the symbol of Mistra etched massively onto the wall. But there's this table, like a stone table, ritualistically laid out with each 4 corner having one of the relics on it. And I need to know where you want to look. There appears to be a body on this table too, but as you're in this dream state, is there any certain area that you would want to kind of like curiosity, like just inspect, or?
I would be curious about the body, but I would also want to know about these other 2 eggs that we don't have.
So they're kind of hard to make out the details of, but they definitely appear to be similar in nature to the other relics. On the table in each of the 4 corners, you see the symbols correlating to each of the relics that Silatami had written down on the piece of paper on each of the 4 corners of the table. But as you look at the table, it like it drains the blood from your face because laying on the table is an unconscious Agatha with her red scarlet hair laid out about her.
Mm.
Then you hear a familiar, "Harden your heart for me," and then you'd come,
What was it?
"Harden your heart for me," and it would come back to this you in the room praying over Tatsia.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Oh. Mm. Why do I feel like you're gonna make me a bad guy, Mikey? I'm gonna say into the hood a little bit more urgently. Cal, Boogie, Emus, I need somebody. I need advice.
I can try to give you advice, but I probably don't have the knowledge.
So, has it been 10 minutes? Like, why aren't we there?
I
Wait.
did not say I was going.
Yeah, I didn't hear anyone
Yeah.
say they were going over.
I'm gonna say, I think Agatha's dead.
Why would you think that?
Huh. We just saw
I
her.
just had a vision.
But, shoot.
You didn't just see her.
Yeah, she
yeah, I did.
left the tavern with Tammy to go towards the ship to possibly help make a weapon for the ship and to help make it fly.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, I missed that. I'm gonna say, I think Agatha's gonna die.
Not if we can help it.
You guys gonna make your way over to the inn, or are you staying at the tavern?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to eat yet, so I am eating.
Well, you probably been finished now because her ritual took 10 minutes to cast, and so it's probably been about 15 minutes.
Okay.
She's probably got her
Then
food now, finishing it up.
I would talk to Mariah and ask him if he was interested in possibly learning or working on making our ship flyable, and tell him about the crystals that we had found. Let me find the name of those. Oh, I call them the crystal death motes, but that's not what they actually are.
As you pull him out and show him, he nods excitedly. Oh, I've only ever seen these in Shadow Dale. How did you? And then he kind of narrows his eyes suspiciously at you. Calamity. Where did you get these?
Well, they were most likely the late Lord Barnett's, and he's not using them anymore.
He takes a deep sigh. I suppose if I'm going to be part of this group, I just got to get used to this kind of thing, huh? But yes, I would be pleased to help. I've never worked on anything like that, but I've heard in some of the major cities they have airships of massive size. I would love to.
Yeah, we would like to be able to get this to fly, and we're probably going to have to upgrade. So if it can fly, it can sell for more, and then we can upgrade our ship for a bigger flying ship.
That would be amazing. Where is the ship? Where should I go?
I'm bad at directions. It's on the outskirts of town near the river.
Just follow the path to the south.
Very well then. As soon as I'm done, I'll go meet up with the ladies over there.
Awesome. Would you like... Dang. I probably should have just... That's 50 pounds worth. So... That would suck carrying all the way there. I will hold on to these until I guess you want them, unless you want to carry 50 pounds worth of these crystals.
Oh, don't you have an enchanted bag of some sort I could take to lighten the load?
Well, yes, but you see, it has all of my stuff in it.
That's fine. I suppose you don't need to trust me.
Could
We've
you
only
take
known
the...
each other for 4 days.
Sassy already. Fine. I guess I don't have anything in there that I need immediately. There is a magic chest set that I prefer you not touch, though.
I won't touch it.
Okay.
I want you to give me a scar like the one you have.
Hey,
What? Did I do it again? Did I say something inappropriate? Forgive me.
there is a... I'll pull out the flying broomstick that we took from old girl back in the beginning of this campaign and pull it out and say you could use this to fly there so you don't have to walk.
The villagers that are in here kind of turn in shock as this item manifests itself out of the bag into like this 5-foot-long broomstick. And he looks around. He says, "Clemency, you must keep this away from the mundane. But yes, that is very cool. I'm very intrigued." And he reaches out to grab it.
And I would say her name is Ruby. She might be testy because she's in the bag for a while, so...
Who is?
Oh, that's right.
The broom. She's a sentient being, and her name's Ruby.
Wow.
Right. I see. Would it be inappropriate for me as a male to mount her, you think?
When you say it like that, yes.
What good is it for? Sweeping?
No, you fly on her. She flies. She'd probably like it. And I would probably try to talk to Ruby and see how she felt about it.
What are you going to ask her?
First I would say, Ruby, I am sorry that you've had to be stuck in this bag for so long.
Well, you should be. Going from the sky, stuck in some extraterrestrial dimensional realm, is utterly claustrophobic.
I know, and I will try not to do it again. I would rather you just be able to chill out on our ship, which this kind man, Mariah, would like to take you towards if you wouldn't mind.
So that's fine. Next time you stick me somewhere so stuffy, I will give you a splinter.
Understandable and agreeable.
She doesn't say anything else.
And pass her off to him with my entire bag of holding and my life savings,
No, life savings is in the clam.
which is also in the bag.
Thank you.
I don't think you can put bags of holdings in other ones.
No, you cannot put bags of holding inside other bags of holding.
Like,
But it's called a cobalt clam purse, not a bag of holding.
does it say
Oh, that's a good
in the
point.
description that you can't put it inside of a bag of holding?
Shit's been in there and it has not caused any issues so far.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
He grabs it and noticing that you're like hesitant to give it to him. He says, "Clemency, I promise you, I will protect it with my life."
Thank you. I think I have a flute that was left from my father in there as well, so I'm just a bit hesitant. But I
Good.
trust you, and it'll be okay. This is a trust exercise.
He starts sweating and like rubbing his clammy palms on his robe. That's an awful lot. You have sentimental values in here as well?
It's like a big collection of a bunch of stuff. Also, it has
Don't tell me anymore. I'll get anxious and I'll ruin it. And he's going to kind of like speed walk out. Making his way south.
mutter under my breath. Our friend's soul is also in a vial in there.
I didn't even know that's what you were gonna say when I was like, "Don't tell me."
Oh, that's too funny.
And I'll start making my way to the inn.
Alright. And he's down here at the very end of the hall. You'd hear like even outside the hall. Well, not anymore. She made him feel better, so there's no more moaning. This is closed. This is Emus's room. This is knock,
that's
knock, motherfucker.
Mhm.
You guys walk in and see kind of a worried Bazoit over a resting Tatsuya.
I come over here and sit on the bed.
Cal,
There you go.
Boogie, I'm so glad that you guys are here. I don't know what to do. Whatever's got a hold of Tatia here, I think Sam Master is the one that has done this to him. No magic, no medicine is helping him. I was able to give him easier breathing to rest, but he's still in very bad shape. And when I touched him, I was sent into a vision, and the vision I saw this huge battle of it was orc bodies and centaurs and elves, and it was just complete devastation, and there was a plume of smoke, and through the smoke I could see these dark figures, and then I saw like a multicolored dragon born there, and it had like all the chromatic colors on there, but it also looked black to me, but then I was like,
What's his name?
Archon the Cruel.
Archon. Yeah.
mm-hmm. And then before he passed out, Tatia told me that he was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to help him because I wouldn't be able to harden my heart. Then as I did my prayer of protection from evil and good on him and got his breathing to come down, I heard in the wind, I feel like it was Mistra saying to me that asking me if I'm willing to do anything at any cost. And I saw a vision of like Mistress Tower and all four of the eggs that we have, two of the eggs that we have and two of them that we don't, were all there in this vision. And on there was four different crystallized eggs. We have the two of them, and Mistra was on the wall, but there were like four symbols on the table. The four symbols that Salatami had drawn for us. Remember that? Those were the four symbols that were on the table. But this is the bad part, guys. Agatha was on the table dead. I'm afraid that in order for this good and evil to be turned to the right side, Agatha plays a part in it. And there's where they want me to harden my heart.
Intrigued by the first part that she said when she touched his skin, I would try to touch his skin to see if I could see anything.
You reach out and touch his skin, and you guys watch as Calamity's head flings backwards as well, but you see something different. You see and hear the roaring of a dragon and the flapping of wings as you see spells rip across the sky. It's kind of flying upward into the air, and it looks back, and you see the battlefield on the ground with the centaurs and the elves and the orcs and the giants. And you see near the tower where Archon is with his goons, you see those people in the robes and stuff flinging spells and magics up at this dragon. And it's almost like you're looking through the eyes of a dragon that is like there now. And as it flies away, it's like this searing pain in its side as if it gets hit by the spell and it severs your connection.
There's still an intense battle occurring in Shadowdale, I fear.
I'll do it too.
He's like, I want to have a hallucination.
You walk over and touch it, and it seems like it's this. It's not like you don't see Boogie's head fly back and his eyes turn white or anything, but as you touch him, you get overwhelmed with this sense of like direness. Like your heart starts beating as if like you're being chased and followed, like you're having a bad dream, and your eyes do flicker momentarily to this like splash of dirt as it comes up, and this whale as this dragon is like crashed down into the ground and then like trying to gain its footing and flopping its wings, trying to gain air again, and it's another searing pain in the back of a spell ripping through the air, and your connection severs as well.
Oh wow. I envisioned
And I
being
look
a
at the
dragon
two
that
of
was
you
getting
guys.
killed.
And I look at you two, and it's like, and I say, it's almost as if he is there in his dragon form, and we're seeing what he's seeing, isn't it?
When we had this vision, were we able to see the color of the dragon at all? Like at any point when it's looking around or back at it, the people that are chasing it?
Yes, as a matter of fact. And it had a silvery scale to it.
You always ask such good questions.
Okay.
Its wings were almost like this silver, translucent white type deal. Its scales were very silver and etched in this like platinum white.
Do we have or Bezoid, do you have knowledge of all of the colors of the dragons that were the little birds for Bahamut?
I do have to go back and look.
They are gold dragons.
Okay,
Thank
they're all
you.
gold. I didn't know if like each one was a different color of the good colored dragons.
What
Yeah,
color was Tatiana? Wasn't he like a gold silver?
Tatsia is a gold dragon. He is one of the right hand dragons of Bahamut. So that goes like platinum is Bahamut. There's only like one platinum dragon, like he is the dragon. The second most powerful of the good dragons are the gold, and then just under the gold are silver.
Okay. Surprising, because I thought all the good dragons were pretty much hunted down
To your
by
knowledge,
Archon.
yes, to your knowledge, vast majority, if not all dragons.
And now another one's down. Okay.
Well, we don't know that it's down. We just know that it's hurt, right?
It's probably down. It was knocked down when it tried to fly away and crashed into the dirt with Boogie's dream.
The spellcasters were probably about 500 meters away when they were casting the magic on it. Like they were pretty far away.
The hooded cloaks were trying to kill the silver dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Archon's
them
goons.
A-holes.
With a massacre in Shadowdale as well. Were there a bunch of dwarf bodies? Or did they get out?
You don't remember seeing any dwarves on the ground.
That's a relief. Okay.
So, for Bezoit's vision, she was able to see where it was, right? And it was Shadowdale?
Correct.
And I was also able to see because Archon was at Mistress Tower.
But there are like thousands and thousands of dead orcs, as well as like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dead elves.
Even if we try to get there, which I'm not saying go there, but they could be gone by the time we actually arrive back in Shadowdale.
You know, Mistra told us to go to Myth Dranor, not to defend her tower.
Yeah, I'm just worried about the map. If they were to able to gain access to that tower, they would be able to possibly track us down if they were able to use it and access it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they were
maybe.
trying to get into the tower.
It did seem like they were as of currently unable to penetrate the magic around the tower, though.
I would like to go to Mithranor though. But we know for sure that one of the relics is floating around on the Netheresian city. And I already can't remember where the second one was. Let me think.
If I remember correctly, it was at the heart of the Star Mounts where Emus was stationed back when he was at the academy.
With all of that chaotic shit that was happening around the
Yeah,
area.
him and Raphael were.
Raphael.
Yeah, they were investigating this thing going around. Like all these creatures around the Star Mounts were like magically infused, like they were overgrown, quicker, faster, smarter. Like some kind of something was going on, some kind of phenomenon in the area was affecting everything around it, all the nature, all the animals and stuff.
Okay.
And there was also the Puritans who were trying to make their way towards the Star Mounts, but were facing a lot of resistance from like the hooded lanterns and things like that.
Bozoy, in your vision of Agatha being on the table, was there any cues on where that room was exactly?
I think that it was in Mistress Tower.
No, it was. You would know that it wasn't Mistress Tower, but you don't know exactly the location. It was like this big indoor kind of large area, like a very large cave, but looks like it was like renovated into more of a religious site, like possibly like on the inside of a mountain or something.
Kind of like where we were at before, where they had all those altars down in the
Much
Netherdark.
much bigger than that. Oh! You talking about no? It didn't look like you were in the Underdark. It just looked like this underground. Like there was no drow or Underdark kind of theme to it. There's nothing culturally significant from the Underdark. Just this kind of very big open underground cavern.
I don't like that Agatha was the pivotal part
This
of
is
all
the
of it,
second
though.
time we've been told that. That in order to recreate Mistra, we have to sacrifice Agatha. And we've already said no to that we wouldn't do that. And now it's as if Sandmaster is going to win unless, again, we use Agatha.
Sandmaster followed Shar or Tiamat. Shar
Mhm.
and Tiamat.
Exactly. And I've had other visions of my god being locked in a mountain, and I have to save him with a red sword.
Which is locked up in the red dragon that's in the desert.
Yes.
I don't even know if we have enough power to take down an ancient red dragon.
I think that it's time that we need to let Agatha in. on all the goings on. And while I'm not willing to sacrifice her, I don't think either of you guys are either.
I'll shake my head.
Dang it. My scroll, it's with Mariah now, because I was going to sit down and read it.
What scroll? The oracles?
The Oracle scroll.
That
It's
tells
in
us what we're doing.
the Cobalt Clan purse. It's inside of that. Well, I wanted to read it because it had mentioned that the girl with the red hair. What did exactly Michael type? The waves crashed against the ship. A small red-haired daughter of Destiny rocked against the ship, unwitting to her destiny.
Isn't that
I'm gonna
what
change that.
happened when we
I don't like
found
that
her?
it's Destiny twice.
What was the question?
Wasn't that when we found her?
Yes. Okay.
Change that word to fate. I don't like that Destiny's used twice.
Okay, so I guess we've come down to the hammer time of needing to figure out who we're sending to do what and what we're doing personally.
What's her name? Tammy had 2 ideas for getting the ship floating, and we picked the faster, noisier one that didn't just have it floating 10 feet above the air.
Yes, but that was before we found those crystals that have magical properties that could possibly make it fly better.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways,
But
I think
sorry.
maybe she's already got a good idea of how to move forward on that. I think once we get the ship going, then we just take everybody to Mr. North.
But while we're in with Durnor, are we going to be relying on anybody to be getting the other 2 relics? Like, are we even going to need the relics at that point? Are we going to be working towards going to the desert to try to get the sword to at least awaken Bahamut? Bahamut?
Hamit?
Yeah,
You
that
just chose a really poor time to go take a nap.
Yeah. If you want, I'll wake you up.
No, I want my short rest.
I don't know. I think that getting that sword might be a good second or third thing after going to Mr. North. Fighting the floating city seems like the hardest out of all of our things.
Agreed. We could send, or I could send my group from the Kraken Society to the Star Mounts to try to find and get that relic, possibly. Because either way, I don't think I'm going to be able to bring them with us with the size of our ship.
Okay. Yeah, or at least if they could get info on how to get it, that could really help.
And I don't know what to do for Tatsia. I don't have that kind of knowledge.
I don't think any of us do.
He looks like he's doing pretty good right now.
He's resting easy now, but you should have seen him when I came in. He was writhing around in pain and he was short of breath and sweating, and I don't know how long this prayer is going to hold for him.
Well, I guess in the meantime, I'm also worried about our other enemies, like the vampires at our back. And most likely those hags, because we killed one of their sisters. Yvonne's sisters.
Hey, Mike, I don't know if this holds any relevance or not, but I don't know if Tatia is doing any kind of saving throws or if Sam Master's making it worse on him or whatever. But it says the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effects.
Okay.
How long does that last? Because I bet you with
Well, it takes 10 minutes for me to cast it, but I was just looking to see, and I don't really see how long the spell lasts.
do you see its range?
Touch. And its duration is concentration up to 10 minutes. But isn't that me casting it?
No, that's how long the spell lasts.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's already starting to wear off of them.
So once the spell is cast, then you have to concentrate that next 10 minutes.
Yeah, but that uses up spell slots too, bud. I can't go through all my spell slots.
Right. Well, I was just saying that the way it works, if you did it ritual casting, then you at the end of it is when the effect takes place, and then you start concentrating from then.
So
I
it's been
guess I'm not.
about 40 minutes since Emus went to bed.
I'd say
Uh,
probably make our way towards the ship, or at least I would plan on making my way towards the ship and queue everyone in there.
Should I try to bring Tatia, or do you think he's too weak?
I don't know. It seems like right now he'd be better off on the bed. If the ship were ready to go, then I think it'd be.
Which it is.
Oh yeah, we can just set sail, right?
Wow.
They're
I
looking to
don't
do
know.
the flying.
Well, the flying's going to take a while, but the Clouder, is that how you say it? Clouder?
Mhm.
The half aquatic elf from the Clouder was trying to flood the river to try to get it more lift so that they can catch the wind with the sails and get down into a larger river and then take that larger river out to a sea or some kind of body of water is his hope.
Right, all of which moves the ship out of the distance for us to get Tatia on it. And are we leaving Tatia?
I'd say as right now, leave him. We're not trying to sail out as of yet. Emus is still sleeping for 3
Is
hours and some change.
is
You can still come wake Emus
what's
up, like if you guys want to move out, like that's
what's
fine.
John's girlfriend's name?
You talking about Amanda?
Yes. Is she dead? She's
She
not
should
dead.
be
She had a
pregnant and
baby.
healthy.
Yeah, we saved her and the baby.
I am going to leave when you guys leave and go find Amanda and put Amanda in charge of Tatia.
So
Oh yeah.
if you guys went and found Sister Amanda, it'd probably take the remaining 20 minutes for him to get his short rest in. You guys wanted to do that and then wake Emus up and bring him with you.
You said
I
it had
see.
only been 40 minutes.
Yeah, short rest is an hour.
Oh, I thought it was 4 hours.
I
No,
did
he
too.
has the room for 4 hours. No, elves can get a long rest in 4 hours, but a short rest is just an hour.
Yeah, I would like to do that. I would like to try to locate Tammy or Amanda, Sister Amanda.
Okay. As you head out and begin looking around for her, you eventually find her down at the mine system, assisting with I'm just going to call them the immigrants, assisting with the immigrants down there from Shadowdale. She seems to be passing out bread and food and stuff like that to the people down there.
As I approach her, I'm going to say, Sister Amanda, how are you?
And as she turns around, you see this massive belly, and she looks at you very happily. Besoit, how are you? And she comes over and touches your scales.
I gently touch her shoulders and say, you look like you're filling out well there, sister.
I am. You should feel him kick.
I can imagine. Hey, I've got a problem, and I hate to put this on your shoulders, but you're the only person I can think of that has any kind of healing properties in this town. My teacher, my master, has come down with something. I'm afraid it's an evil spell that's on him. None of my healing and no potions seem to work on him. I did do protection from good and evil on him, which gave him some comfort, but I'm afraid he's not well enough to travel. And there's other things that we need to see to. Is there any way that you can put somebody in charge of caring for him while I'm gone?
She looks at you in sincerity and says, I will oversee it myself, absolutely. This
I don't
is some
want
kind of
you
ailment that you've never seen before, you said.
never. And Tatiana himself has said that he fears that it's very evil.
And she starts like playing with her hair, thinking, perhaps we can take some samples of. Does he have any skin conditions? Or maybe we could sample some of his blood and I can send it to the Temple of Ogma and Ordelin to see if they can do some testing or something.
That's possible, but he's feverish, very hot to the touch, nightmares, groaning out in pain. There's not much I could do though to bring him any comfort.
I understand. You just let me know where he is and I'll do the rest.
He's at the inn, room number 4, the last room on the left.
Okay. Absolutely. Before you leave,
I
she grabs your
appreciate it.
shoulders. Are you well?
We are well. Are you well, my friend?
Yeah, I'm ready to pop any day, but yeah, I'm good.
Are you and John good?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to quit his drinking, but and she gives you a half-hearted smile. You know how John is.
I nod my head with a sly grin on my face. Thank you so much. I'm afraid I must be off to go find the others. I appreciate this, Tammy, or Sister Amanda. I won't forget it.
She nods and she turns around to finish distributing out the bits of food and comfort items that she has for the, and then she's gonna make her way over.
And I depart to go find my crew.
As you arrive back at the end, it's probably been about 15, 20 minutes since you left. Boogie, Clamsy, are you guys still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. So you come back. It's been about an hour. If you guys are wanting to wake Emus up, you can. Just gonna sneak in there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, there he is.
Where did I go?
On my map, you literally were gone. I had to right click again. As you walk in, you see a slightly
Oh yeah, I'm conked out. Oh,
snoring
no.
Emus.
And I jump on the bed and wake Emus up.
Hmm.
Emus, an earthquake besets you. Your eyes shoot up. You see this dual-eyed half-elf lurking above you.
I'm gonna immediately bring up fist. Ah, what? And then I'm gonna kind of mutter to myself, Raphael, I'm awake, I promise.
I mean, I know I haven't showered in a little bit, but I don't look like a boy. And hop off the bed.
Oh, sorry. I was not like a light. What's going on? What's happening?
We're getting ready to make preparations. Well, we're trying to figure out what we want to do. There's a lot of stuff that's happened in your hour of sleep.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of bed and stretch a little bit. Yeah, like what?
Visions of Archon the Cruel attacking Mistress Tower, hordes of orcs dead, elves dead, centaurs dead, all in Shadowdale. They're trying to get into Mistress Tower currently. We saw a good dragon that was silver get shot down by their spells. And Bazoit had a vision of Agatha on the table looking dead or knocked out with those relics at the four corners and Mystra whispering her to harden her heart. It looks like they're trying to use Agatha for something to bring Mystra back.
Oh, this isn't happening now, right? Agatha's safe.
Agatha's safe, but I think it's a vision of them wanting to use Agatha to bring Mystra back.
Emus is gonna nod. Yeah, I suppose. I don't. Do we have any idea what Agatha has to do with all this?
No,
Does
unfortunately, our
Agatha
teachers
know?
have been. No, that's what we needed to go talk to her about.
So,
Oh.
just as a friendly reminder, if you guys don't remember, Agatha is the daughter of one of the sisters, the seven sisters, and is the niece of Ashina.
Scared me.
And if you guys recall, the sister who was like her mom seemed to, based on what Ashina said, was trying to keep her away from the chosen and the sisters and all that.
I don't understand why Ashina can't sacrifice herself. Why's it gotta be Agatha?
Sacrificing is, it's intimidating stuff, man.
The Zoid's nervously pacing back and forth from Emus's room.
But
Okay.
I don't think Agatha has this knowledge, and I no longer want to keep it from her. I would like her to know before it blows up in all of our faces.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, let me grab my things here. Let's get going.
Krevnar walks up and says, "Excuse me,
What?
Wizard,
What?
your
You scared me.
anxiety is palpable. I could feel it from my office. Is there anything could I offer you some tea or something to calm you down? I fear you may
No,
be
no.
changing
I'm
the
good.
atmosphere for my guests here."
No, sir. I'm just waiting on Emus to wake up, join us. But thank you for checking on us.
Very well. He did get the room just for himself, though, I'm afraid.
Yes. We are currently waking him up to have him leave.
Would I hear that conversation?
You would.
I would yell out, "And a lady friend!"
He shakes his head. No, cordial visits cost extra, I'm afraid.
Oh, you can put that on Emus's bill.
Ew, nobody would have cordial stuff with Emus.
Well, except for
Marie, but she's a flute.
Are you guys saying
You
that out
suggest-
loud?
Are you saying that
No.
Emus only that's only sluts want to sleep with Emus? I'm a very attractive young man. Thank you very
I'm
much.
pretty sure that's what she's saying. Sorry, Emus.
You're not coming through, babe.
How about now?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not going to charge him any extra, but it is his room, so please, if you wouldn't mind giving him some personal space. There's a reputation in this inn where I want to uphold.
No, sir. It was a joke. Our captain just went in to wake him up. There's no funny business going on. He's had enough sleep. We need to leave.
I see.
She's a little bit of a prankster.
Unfortunate. In her adult years, I see. Well, you do enjoy your departure. Make sure that the room is nice and tidy when you leave.
That's on Emus.
He goes back to his office. All right, is everyone heading out? What are y'all doing?
Yep.
Yeah. I
Yep.
am feeling grimy, like I would like a bath eventually.
There's a bathhouse here. You guys showering or bathing before you leave, or are you what?
He must not. He's a man of culture.
I was gonna say, if we're gonna do all that, we should have let him sleep.
So y'all
Well, I
heading down
didn't
to
feel
the.
gross until he said I was Raphael.
Are you all heading to?
Probably the ship.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
And where are
She
you
can
guys'
bathe in the
horses?
ocean. At
That
the
is an
stable, aren't
excellent
they?
question. Well,
We
uh,
had that boy put them up.
yep, that's right.
We should
I'm gonna go
take
ahead.
them
I'm
there.
gonna go ahead and get. I'd like to get our horses. I think we should get them.
Okay, you guys gonna ride your horses to? So if you go down to the stable there's like this kind of stabled area in the front of town, which is where Mariah had put your guys' horses. It's currently under watch of one of the Ortolan guards. You guys are wanting to go get them.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, and then you guys are riding your 4 horses over then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does Tammy or Agatha have a horse?
Sam and Agatha
No.
are currently not there.
I know. But do they have horses at the stable?
No.
They rode Dutch with us.
I thought that they did, but I didn't want to leave their horses behind if they acquired a horse, and I forgot.
Okay, you guys make your way south of town. You see your ship on the other side. Oh, let me bring everyone. Sorry. The bridge appears like it's been repaired. The ship is now on the other side of the bridge, on the west side of this river. The river seems probably about 4 to 5 feet higher than it originally was. Over the last week, having been flooded with water. You see a kind of piratey looking elf pop up over hearing you guys approach on your horses and look down. Ah, Calamity, you're back. She gives a wave.
I'll wave enthusiastically back.
Who's that?
That would be part of my Clouder group. That is Callie.
Oh, what are they doing all the way out here?
Well, the Kraken Society most likely found out about me killing one of their top people. So I wanted them to get to safety, and this was where I thought was safest. Plus, we were away from our ship that had a relic in it, so I told them to come here and watch over it.
Emus is gonna kind of stare at you for a few seconds. Oh, okay.
And I'd be like, it's the guy that gave me this scar.
Callie's kind of like played with her knife up on there. Is he bugging you?
No, he's one of the chosen with us.
See, and she looks down at you. Seems to have a little bit of disdain for men. She goes, "Keep your paws off her, you hear me?"
Emus gonna look down at his hands. I don't really have paws, but okay.
She turns and looks at the bugbear. You too, big paws. Should I gather the rest of the cloud or what?
Yeah, I suppose so. We need to start making plans and get things in motion. The world's going to shit.
I understand. And she pulls up her sleeve and swipes down at her tattoo, and you watch as the shadowy, inky cat forms and begins running off to the south, fetching the others. They're just on patrol. They'll be here soon.
All right.
You guys trying to get up on the boat?
Yeah, that's the plan. With our horses, do we have a stable to put our horses in?
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. How are they gonna? I don't think there's really an easy way to get them on the boat.
Well,
There's
I
not an
was
easy way to get
going.
the horses onto the boat.
Hey,
Sure.
Boogie, can you put a ramp down? Build
Well,
a
I was
ramp
thinking
from.
just tie him to the trees for now, and then maybe we could have Mariah do that magic shit that the headmaster wanted and see what they turn into.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Dang, you're so smart.
Horses get hitched up to this tree over here. All right, what's the rest of you doing?
Amos is going to go ahead and clamber up.
Right.
Oop, and I'm in the river. There
Hmm.
we go.
That's
No, no.
my trick.
All right. As you guys come on board, there's this kind of new wood smell. You hear, it sounds like someone below deck, and there's Mr. Caldwell still working on that mast. Oh, good morning. Everyone's here, I see.
Good morning. You've done a
Good
wonderful job.
morning.
Yeah, this is really coming together, eh?
It is.
This looks
Thank you.
fantastic.
I'm glad.
And
Out of anyone that we got stuck with to fix her back up, I'm glad it was you.
I'm looking around for Maria.
you hear, it sounds like someone downstairs.
Did Agatha and Tammy make it here by chance?
Yeah, they're downstairs with my daughter. And he turns and looks over at Emus, kind of side-eyed.
Amos is already scurrying off to the bow.
Hmm. I grin.
And he
And I look over at
pulls it
Cal and I
open.
say, Cal, we need to have a meeting soon, I think.
For sure. We're just waiting for the rest of the clouder to arrive.
Okay.
There's a total of, I think, 10 people. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes.
As you come up and take a rest next to Callie, she kneels down and looks at you and kind of studies you intently. Well, well, well. Captain does find some interesting looking friends, doesn't she?
Yes.
You're not gonna bite me, are you?
Oh no, I'm fine.
She reaches into her pocket and pulls out some wrapped up elven bread. Here. Little peace offering. It's nice to meet you.
Ooh, that looks nice. Thank you.
She elegantly jumps down, landing without making much of a sound, and just humming to herself and playing with her knife. Makes her way down. About 15 minutes pass, and you see the other elves making their way of different shades. One of them actually being a drow, begin making their way towards the ship. I'm not going to put them on because it's just going to be a bunch of clutter, but there are all 10 of them there.
Nice.
Kind of gather around.
And yell
I'm going to
out.
look over my shoulder and say, whenever you're ready, Captain.
Amos is
Yell
looking
out
for-
for Tammy and Agatha.
Amos is looking for fish in the river.
Roll a perception check.
Hey, first roll of the day. Let's go.
I rolled my nat 1.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
It's his first.
First good roll of the day, hopefully.
You said perception, right?
Yes.
13.
As you're peering into the water, it does seem like there are fish down there. You can see some water flopping up, and
gonna-
you can hear Agatha and Tammy downstairs with.
Is there like I see these like fish racks up here with fish drying on them. Are there any like fishing implements around?
Yeah.
On the back of our ship, there's those fishing poles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't want to go all the way back to the back of the ship. I was just gonna grab them if they were here. Never
You
mind.
lazy slut.
Well, I don't want to take. Anyway.
So nice to be back on our ship.
Yeah, right. It looks so fancy now.
Mr.
Mhm.
Caldwell is excited to show you guys the downstairs.
Except for this random floating bedroll, but I'm ignoring that.
Hey,
That's
are
the
you talking
hammock.
about? Yeah, that's my hammock.
Oh, very nice. Okay, that makes way more sense now.
Coming upstairs, Marie turns and looks. Amos! As she begins making her way, and immediately Mr. Caldwell begins rubbing the bridge of his nose.
I would bark out, Marie. We don't got time for that. We're here for a meeting.
Oh well, it's just be
No.
And her face gets all red and flushed. Fine. She looks over at Emus.
Emus is just kind of give her an awkward little quick wave. Hi.
She kind of forms her hand like a heart, and she gets next to her dad. And you hear Agatha and Tammy downstairs. Oh, guys, you gotta check this out. They did a good job.
I'm excited to see it, but we have some news we have to talk about.
Are we
Okay.
going downstairs in private, or are we doing it up here on deck?
Agatha and Tammy come up.
I don't think all 10 and then our original group will fit down there.
What's going on? Agatha says.
First and foremost, while we were in Shadowdale, we learned that your mother's actually alive.
She kind of just stands there with a not sure what to say.
Your aunt was the one that told us about it. Ashina. You were passed out at the time and taken over by Ifrit.
You guys know my Aunt Eshi? I don't understand. I'm confused.
It's gonna be a long day for you, Agatha.
Yes. She was one of the teachers at our school.
Okay. Why wouldn't she come see me? I don't understand.
I don't know exactly. She's pretty secretive. She did say that you couldn't see her. I'm not sure why.
Appreciate you not keeping me in the dark.
No, there's so much more, Agatha.
Mr. Caldwell turns. Marie, I think maybe we should step out. I gotta kind of walk to the back, make the way down the ladder, and swing on over to the bridge.
Emus is gonna kind of walk down, and
Now that he's safe.
yes, and
I'm going to
kinda
give him a knowing nod as he comes down.
yeah, Emus is gonna come up here to Tabitha and Agatha, and he's gonna kind of put a reassuring hand on each of their shoulders, kind of grasp them both.
We've been recently informed that Mistra plans to try to use you as her body to return back to this plane. We are against it, first and foremost.
We've
And
been
would like
told
to
that
try to find a different way.
we've been told that we have to sacrifice you in order for Mistra to return, and as a group, each of us have decided that we're not willing to do that. But there's still more.
What more could there be?
I had a vision, and I think it was Mistra talking to me, telling me that I had to harden my heart. And I saw a vision of you on the table, appearing to be dead, with 4 symbols drawn, just like what Sel and Tommy had drawn us downstairs in the Underdark. Those were on the 4 sides of the table that you were on.
With those relics at
And
each corner.
Yeah. And Mistra was on the wall.
Mr. Symbol was on the wall.
Yeah.
There's a very long silence as she's just sitting there digesting all this.
After a few minutes pass, I want to say we felt that it was time to come to you and begin to tell you of what's going on, because we don't like to keep you in the dark.
You're saying if I don't, then Shar wins?
We don't know.
We don't know all of the details. We just know that that's
We're
part
not
of the plan.
We're not willing to do that, Agatha, if we can find any other way.
And if there isn't any other way?
Our hearts will not be hardened towards it.
And I nod my head in agreement.
Okay. This is a lot.
Yeah.
That's why we thought we would come to you. You need to know that you're our family.
We also still need to gather the relics, which is why I brought the rest of the Clouder here. I would like to possibly send you guys on a mission to the Star Mounts to scout out and, if possible, find the relic that is located within those mounts and procure it.
Easy enough, Cal. That's all you need. Rummage around some ruins in an old mountain.
Emus has more information on what's going on in the Star Mounts, but apparently it's been affecting the creatures in that area.
Oh, right. Oh, wow, man, it's been a long time since I thought about that. Real quick, out of character. It was animals were acting weird, and what else?
Stronger, smarter, faster.
Okay, yeah,
They were
okay.
enhanced in every way, and then also that the Puritans, for previously unknown reasons, were attempting to reach the Star Mounts. I
Gotcha.
wasn't really sure why, though.
Gotcha. I remember. Okay. Yeah. When I went out there with Raphael, I mean, man, it feels like ages ago. All the animals in the area were reportedly acting very strange, like they had almost a heightened level of intelligence and sort of just odd behavior. So we went out to investigate, and sure enough, it seems like all the animals out there are becoming like aware and sentient. I'm not really sure how to put it, and we didn't really figure out what was going on. I also know that the Puritans are highly invested in exploring that area, which may be connected. I'm not sure. I don't have any hard evidence.
She nods. Well, lucky for you, I actually got a dwarven contact out towards the Star Mountains. He lives in the area, but if he's willing to talk to me anymore, I'll see if I can do something. Is that it, Cal?
No. We also have to eventually take on the floating Netheresian city that Sam Master brought into existence, or brought to us. That has another relic on it. And we also have to take on an ancient red dragon that has a sword that can bring Bahamut back from wherever he is trapped. We also have to make our way to Mithranor and possibly awaken our powers, if possible.
Are we doing this all together, or are we just taking care of the Star Mounts on our end?
I think for now the Star Mounts would be the best bet for you guys.
Well, it was a short visit. We didn't get to see it for long, but I think we ought to make our way out then. Star Mounts are quite a few days away from here.
Agreed.
Where will
Stay
we meet
safe
up
and
again?
alert.
Still holding on to Agatha's shoulder. I want to give it a squeeze. Are you going to be okay?
She looks over at you and she goes, "Yeah, if this is some kind of trick to scare me away, though, it's not going to work."
I'm going to shake my head. No.
And
We're here. We
Cal,
got your back.
Where
do
should
you know
we
how
meet up?
hard
That
this is for us to
question.
even come to you and tell you that this is the master plan?
she gives a half-hearted smile. "I trust you guys. We'll figure something out," she says, trying to like convince herself as much as she's convincing you guys.
We're in this together.
As far as
Always.
a meeting place afterwards, I'm not sure. I would think our best bet is continue to use our tattoos and talk back and forth, updating as we go.
Callie waves her hand dismissively. Yeah, Captain. Same old, same old. We've been on many missions before.
Hmm.
Well, and she reaches out to give you a hug. I suppose we'll catch you later then.
And I'd start hugging.
As they go through, some of them less familiar. Callie seeming to be like the most familiar with you. Pats on the shoulder. We'll meet again soon. Be safe, okay?
I'm gonna try to get
Yes,
fist
you
bumps
as
as they
well.
go by.
Wait, so
Maybe
which
hit
one
me
is in
there.
the Star? Do we remember which relic, or did we ask which relic is in the star map?
I think we got the information, but I don't recall myself.
Because if it's the other eye, we should really show them what the eye that we have looks like. Actually, do all of them look like eggs? The
Yes.
two that we have?
Yes.
Okay, so
According to her vision, they all 4 look like eggs.
so let's
Crystallized eggs.
let's show them what they're looking for.
Yeah. So if they were guarding the ship, I would probably just go back there and be like, if you guys saw this, this is what we're looking for.
She looks a little guilty. She's like, well, didn't want to make a habit of rummaging through my captain's belongings or anything, but I'd be lying if I say I didn't look. And I think that thing would fetch a pretty penny on the black market, but it's for something else, I understand.
Yes, it's for possibly bringing back the goddess Mistra.
All right, ladies, Callie says, and Aylmer, let's move out. She waves, used to saying goodbyes to everyone else. It was a pleasure meeting y'all. And
Did anybody fist bump me on the way out, or was I just hitting air?
everyone dismisses you except for Callie, and Callie gives you a take care now. And make sure my captain stays alive, okay?
I'll do my best.
And they are going to begin making their way northeast, I believe, towards the Star Mounts.
Emus is gonna still hanging on to Agatha and Tammy. Is gonna look over at Calamity. I didn't know you were the captain of 2 groups of individuals.
Yeah. Both begrudgingly given to me. Not begrudgingly. Begrudgingly accepted, I suppose would be the correct term.
So what's the deal with the ship?
Agatha takes a deep breath. It's all right with everyone. I think I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm a little overwhelmed right now. I just need to shut my eyes for a bit.
Understandable. Sorry to put that heavy weight on you.
Do we need to get you anything?
No, just and her eyes seem kind of red and just tired. I'm just gonna go to sleep for a bit. She shuts the door. Tammy looks a little worried about her. Then after a moment of silence, she says, the upgrades do look pretty good, though. Mr. Caldwell did a nice job.
He sure did.
Does your tinkering room look pretty cool?
She nods all excited.
Awesome. Where's Mariah?
I haven't seen him. Was he supposed to be coming out?
Son of a bitch.
Mm,
Yes, he was.
You hear a scream coming from in here. And Mariah opens the door. I'm sorry. I didn't know the bed was someone else's. And he comes walking out of the room.
There he is.
I can find him. There he is. Mariah. I lost him again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. H, I, J. There we go. And he straightens out his robe, looking a little red in the face. She sat right on me.
Taking a nap?
And he looks frustrated. They were working. I didn't want to get in the way.
Emus would like to go ahead and go below deck to see what it's like down there.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah, can we check out below deck?
So you have to kind of like shift click yourself down there.
Yeah. Look at this.
So you guys currently have a little prison area, a shrine for worshiping Mistra. What else is there?
We had the
So
little
the altar
prison-
area, the vault, the training
Yeah.
area, closed storage. There's a storage with tie downs, Tammy's workshop, and then in the back here there is a washroom, bathroom, showering area that utilizes the water from a collection system above it. And all this
Did-
wood is like super light elven
Did
wood.
Mariah come down here with us?
Yes.
Mariah. Um, wait, out of game. Are we asking Mariah to do the animal thing, the horses?
Yes.
He's the one that asked us if we had done it yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mariah, you were asking earlier about if we had finished the instructions on the paper. Is it possible for you to do that with our mares that are tied up on the tree outside?
Yeah, as long as you're not peculiar about a certain color. Kind of peeked at his notes,
Yeah.
and he said that we can dye the feathers if you're interested.
Well,
Oh,
purple is preferred.
I would like silver.
So the base color of the feather is this silver feather, and then it has like a stripe of crimson down the spine of the feather. And then like
Yeah, I'd be good with that.
okay.
I want to change that out for some orange.
Pulls out a note. Oh, okay. So we have orange, purple. It's gonna take me a while. I'm gonna have to find some berries to dye them. Okay, with waiting. Anyone else?
Emus is going to pipe up. A nice chestnut would be nice. A nice chestnut would be nice, yes.
He raises his eyebrows like, okay, that's specific, but okay, chestnut. Looks around. That's all. So, okay. Guys, give me a couple hours. I go rummaging around in the woods, and he looks a little like nervous as he's talking, like he's not familiar with the woods that much. Well, I suppose I'll get on that then.
I could go with you.
I need the experience.
Okay, are you good with battling stuff in case there's goblins in the woods or anything crazy?
I am a straight-laced honor student of the College of Shadowdale. Nothing can stop me. Slowly making his way down, and you hear him splash into the river, and he makes his way over.
Wait, Mariah, did you leave my backpack? I would like to grab my flute out of it.
It's in the bedroom, near the bed where she sat on me.
Ah, awesome. It's always lovely being sat on.
He's prestidigitation himself dry, getting all the water off of himself. And he heads out.
I would go quietly in there and grab my bag and come back out, try not to make noise.
Okay. It's hard to tell if she's asleep or not, but the blanket is like completely over her head and she's just cocooned on the bed. She doesn't seem to have any response to you coming in or not. Okay. Anyone else doing anything specific right now?
Emus is going to start unloading his inventory into the vault. Does the vault actually have shelves in it, or is it just as it is right now?
So the vault is kind of just this open room deal right now. The only shelving would be like a singular on each wall, like a singular long shelf on each wall that has like this lip at the end, so that if the ship tilts or whatever, things that are on the shelf won't fall off. So it almost looks like more like a mounted long crate, I guess, like a long tote on the wall. But other than
Okay.
that, no, it's just this.
I'm going to send you a list later, but I'm going to unload a bunch of crap into the vault.
Okay, una memento.
I was thinking the same thing.
And just FYI, Boogie, you've got a lot of money on you if you want to unload some of that. But you're gonna have to let me know what you're gonna unload that you have of mine.
There we go. Now it looks like there's stuff in there.
Nice.
The only specific thing that I had planned was I wanted to take my flute and go swimming in the water and try to play it. Since I'm back near a body of water, that's not a bathtub.
And I would like to pray at the Tower of Mistra here.
The
Or
shrine, you
the
mean?
altar, shrine.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
I'm in no rush.
What's your prayer, Zoe?
For wisdom, I'm going to start my prayer with, Mister, I know that you tell me that my heart must be hardened, and I don't know the secret that Agatha holds and why she's such an imperative part of this. But I really need wisdom and to figure out how we're able to gain the strength without using Agatha.
Okay. Roll a religion check, and while you're praying at the altar, you receive a +5 to your roll.
Oh, thank God. 14.
You pray and don't hear anything back. And in your mind, probably would cross the idea that your unwillingness to do what needs to be done is causing her to have a little bit of a disconnect right now.
Fair.
Calamacy,
Yes.
you make your way into the water. Pull out the flute to play it while underwater, or what?
Yes. Probably swimming around in the water, hoping some of the mud and guck from the 3 days of travel also starts to shake off of me.
You watch as bubbles begin to form outside of the flute as you play it underwater, and they have this kind of like tealish glow about them, and they begin swirling around and bumping into each other and forming these larger bubbles that begin taking on these kind of shapes. And then as they form, they're beginning to make these tiny little, like, kind of look like seahorses, but more like, let me give you a picture. You remember the hippocampus?
Hippocampus.
Part of the brain?
No.
That's what I was thinking of.
So this type of creature.
Mm.
Begins to form in like the shape of these bubbles and then manifest into this kind of like tealish light and begins to circle around. And as it spins around you, you see the area around you begin to shift and change, almost like it's like conjuring a portal. Are you going to stay within the area?
Yes.
And you guys see nothing. Calamacy, as you are engulfed in this teal light, you find yourself in a different area completely. You're underwater in the sea. There's a ton of water above you and a ton of water below that stretches down to the deep darkness. And in front of you, there is this creature that looks fully formed like that. It is no longer a bubble. It is this creature. And it is looking at you with familiarity in your eyes and kind of like lurching forward, waiting for you to do something.
And the portal's just completely gone. And just
Yeah, you are no longer near the crew at all.
okay, that's not when you said stay in this area. I thought that meant like stay in my area.
Inside the portal that was being formed around you is what I meant.
Not what
So
I
you are currently, there
visualized.
is sea all around you.
That's not what I wanted. I would try to blow in the flute again to see if that portal comes back.
As you begin playing the flute, a similar thing, but this creature looks a little bit downtrodden that you're here and then leaving so soon, but it instantly seems to recognize that you're leaving. As you begin playing the flute, these creatures begin forming out of the bubbles and circling around you, and that teal light forms around you again. Find yourself manifesting in the same location that you left from, outside of the ship.
Nice. Okay. My palms were sweaty for a little bit. Okay. I would just like to sit and ponder that for a moment if somebody else has something to do.
Boogie, Emus.
Emus is going to, after he finishes unloading his inventory, he's going to move over to the weapons rack and start unloading things into it.
Okay. I am. Are you okay? So this also. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. Mr. Caldwell would have given you all a key to this door, but this door does have a very meaty lock on it to the vault.
Nice.
All right, Boogie, what are you doing?
Maybe I'll put a bunch of money over there too.
What's that? You're doing what?
Maybe I'll put a bunch of money over there too.
Oh, okay. Everyone's just emptying out their pockets.
Yeah, we've been carrying stuff for so long.
But
You
like,
open
mind
the
if I
door,
put
the
your money
vault
over there?
says, "I am sworn to carry your burdens."
I gave all my stuff to Boogie.
Yeah, you mind if I put the money in here?
You gonna put all of it in there?
Yeah, I was going to hang on to some of my own, but
Okay, yeah, you can put all the money I gave you in there. That's good.
Cool.
All the pearl stones, all that you're putting in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And about half an hour later, Clemency, you would see Mariah returning, looking like he just survived like a war through the woods, looking completely all muddy. There's this like he's running towards you guys. There's this horned rabbit type deal, like a jackalope that's like chasing and snarling at him, and you hear him like kind of girly like "Ah, get away, you beast!" And he's like throwing sticks backwards towards it and stuff, making his way. And as he gets out towards the clearing, the jackalope stops following him and being a little bit more less territorial, walks back into the woods, and he walks forward. It wasn't too hard to find, but the colors you guys requested, that was tough to get to.
Hmm.
There's a lot of beasts in these forests.
Yes.
He's like panting. Do you have the feathers and the sticks? The sliver?
I would swim back to the shore and go to my backpack. Oh, somehow I fell through. One moment. Let me shift
The
click.
moral savants always disappearing.
Yeah, it's kind of our ish. All right. And grab out the 4 feathers, the sliver, and the instructions.
As you
I
do
gotta
so,
run to
he's
the
like
restroom. I'll be right back.
prestidigitated himself clean, and he takes them, and we'll wait for him to get back. We are going to wrap up soon, but I was probably going to get through the ritual that he was going to do, and then we'd call it a night.